Today is Friday the 13th. Most people fear this day. Most people feel like it's going to be an unlucky day. Us at Dekmar Trades, we embrace it, baby. Happy Friday the 13th. Today, making over $10,000 in profit, as you already know. P&L on the day, $10,321. It was an absolutely huge day. I am so fired up. And as you guys, if you want to go check it out, I did post it over on my Twitter. I posted on my Facebook. And again, thank you for everyone for the support on that. So you can see again over on my Twitter, we have Jason right here, $3,400. Andy making some big money. Yeka right here making some awesome money. BIOC on D Nice, and then here's my big profit, $10,321. You can see down here at the bottom. So you got my entries, my exits. Obviously, as I say, if I'm going to say I made some sort of big money like this, I want to show you guys. What I'm known for, obviously, is being transparent, being honest with my trading. If I'm going to say I have a big claim like this, I'm going to show you 100%. That's right off my E-Trade, or excuse me, TD Ameritrade, right off the brokerage, off the Thinkorswim platform. And I just want to always make sure, as a mentor, you guys are learning from me. So let's break down BIOC, and let's talk about BIOC, and let's go over BIOC and say, why did this stock go on a nice rip? Why did this stock go on a nice run? It all started yesterday. And if you guys were not here yesterday, first thing that you guys have to do is go over to our YouTube channel and watch this video. Every day trader should know this pattern. And guess what? This was 13 hours ago. This was on BIOC right here. That was a BIOC play. And we went over this and we talked about why BIOC was even on our watch list yesterday for this little green rip. But let's take it back. Let's talk about this, from start to finish, about why BIOC ripped, why the stock went on a nice pop, why the stock went on a nice climb. So today's Friday. On Tuesday, this stock came out with a reverse split. And right here, you can't really tell any sort of difference. You kind of have to know the stock was on a reverse split, came out on Tuesday. You can tell if you go over to stockcharts.com, you can see that BIOC has a little bit of a different chart pattern, or actually used to. BIOC actually updated its chart pattern now, but it had a reverse split, on Tuesday. And again, a reverse split is going to change the price. It's going to change the float when you have a reverse split. We have reverse split lessons in the video library if you guys want to check those out. But reverse split, BIOC now has a float of 2 million. So we just went from a pretty heavy stock to a pretty light stock now. So that's going to bring in attention. Reverse splits, they change the price. It's basically like giving the stock a brand new start. You change the price on up. The stock may have been doing nothing, fading. You change the price, you may get some new buyers, get some new activity. It changes the float. And now reverse splits could definitely get some very big rips and runs. Probably the biggest reverse split I ever saw was over on DRYS. And DRYS had a reverse split, and it started off at $5 and ended up running all the way up to $115. This was 2 years ago in November. It went from $5, ran all the way up to $115. Absolutely huge. So a lot of reverse splits won't make any sort of move like this. But BIOC, why did it catch my attention? Because BIOC, it came out to reverse split on Tuesday, nothing happened. Then on on Wednesday, let's get a 10-minute chart right here. We had this awesome rip. We had this awesome spike and this awesome pop. And now I'm saying, okay, why is BIOC ripping right here? Any news? Oh, wow, a reverse split. Okay, are we getting a spike on a reverse split? Now, that thing could definitely get crazy. If we have a spike on a reverse split, it's automatically catching my eye because I think of DRYS from 2 years ago. So I'm saying to myself, hey, you know what? Okay, DRYS 2 years ago, the stock went from $5 to $115. Now, does that mean BIOC is going to go up to $100? Most likely not. But it's still something that keeps on my mind that I know reverse splits can bring in hype. It can bring in activity. It can lead to a very nice run. So BIOC on Wednesday went on the rip from 461 all the way up to 791. So what did we do yesterday? Yesterday we played the stock, and as I showed you guys from that YouTube video, that video goes over all of yesterday, where we talked about we waited, and where did we play the stock yesterday on BIOC? We played it right here at the break of this top. We were inside a channel, and we played it right here for this big run up. It was an $850 profit yesterday, which is absolutely great. And as I said, you guys can go check that out. It's this video right here. Every pattern or every day trader should know this pattern. And then what is it? It's that channel pattern right here. And you see, same exact thing. If we bring in this arrow, channel pattern, third touch, lead to that very nice breakout. So that was a very nice breakout. That was a very nice run. Definitely brought in some good activity. It was a nice profit, $850. Nothing wrong with that. You guys can check out that video if you want to learn more about this day, and that was yesterday. But what happened today? Why was this stock able to go bananas? Well, we do have a couple things, as we already talked about, going with this. We have a reverse split. This was a stock that ripped on Tuesday, so it's already on people's watch list. Whenever I see a stock rip $4, it's staying on my watch list for about a week and a half. Then yesterday, we got a nice rip on up. We also, if you guys look at BIOC on the daily chart right here, what pattern would that be? That pattern would be considered a mid-candle breakout pattern, another one of Dekmar Trade's patterns that we teach you here. And we can look at this and we can say, what's a mid-candle breakout pattern? The mid-candle breakout pattern is when we see a big green day, we see the stock fall to the mid-candle of the initial spike, and then we get our next leg on up. So we get our next leg on up. So this stock closing where it did yesterday, setting itself up in a mid-candle breakout pattern. And you can see all the examples of the mid-candle breakout pattern where we get our nice rip on up. You have your fall back on down. Shorters usually take over this day. This day was actually green because it fell overnight. And then what happened? And then you'll get our buyers to come back on in. So we have this great mid-candle breakout pattern on a reverse split stock, on a stock that just went from 66 million in float to now 2 million in float off its reverse split. We got a lot of the stars lining up right now. So everyone following on that. Reverse split, $4 spike. Gets a lot of people's attention. That reverse split changed the float from 66 million to now 4 million in float. Or excuse me, 2 million in float. The lower the float, the bigger the spike can be. The float is the shares offered to the public. So when we have a high demand, like BIOC, everyone wants to buy it, and a low supply, now it's 2 million in float, a low supply of shares, the price is going to increase rapidly. Just like, if you look at gas prices over the summer or, something along those lines, when you have something in high demand and is very limited of it, the price increases very quickly. And in stocks, that means it goes to very big spikes. So BIOC, the stars are lining up very nicely. Then on top of that, we set ourselves up in a mid-candle breakout pattern. Now, what was the icing on the cake? Now, we know BIOC, I'm already watching the stock on Tuesday. We already know I'm watching the stock on Wednesday after this big time spike. We already know that we're playing and watching the stock yesterday. We banked on this play yesterday. What was the icing on the cake today? BIOC coming out with news. We have a low float. We have a mid-candle breakout pattern. We have a reverse split, which brings in hype. And now again, BIOC releasing news this morning, July 13th, enters into an agreement. We already know the power that holds. Why does that hold so much power? Dekmar Trade's keywords to look for in hot press releases. So we bring this up and we say to ourselves, okay, Dekmar Trade's keywords to look for in hot press releases. 3-star word right here. Whenever we see one of these keywords in the title, we know automatically that this stock is going to be bringing in hype. We know automatically that this stock is most likely going to be having a gap up. And we know automatically this stock is most likely, again, going to be bringing a spike. Not always, but we could definitely see a gap up and a big time spike. But when we have the stars so aligned right now, it's definitely going to bring in a lot of good potential. So we have the word agreement right here. We could see that we have this great agreement, with Middle East, Southeast Asia, and the Africa region. So not only that, we're expanding. This company is expanding worldwide right here, hitting all these. On top of that, I always look for a CEO quote. CEO quote is extremely important. So we have, our keywords look for in hot press release, agreement, good news. Then on top of that, I always look for a quote from the CEO. What's the CEO? We are pleased to partner. We're pleased to partner with Alliance Global. Pleased. They're happy. They're excited. They look forward to. And if the CEO is looking forward to, working with this company, that's going to bring investors happy. When the CEO is happy, investors are happy. We're pleased to partner with Alliance Global to patients diagnosed with cancer access to our patented liquid biopsy testing. We are enthusiastic about the opportunities with this partnership. This came out right at 8:06 in the morning, right? This stock came out right at 8:06, and this is what I always say in pre-market: sacrifice sleep for profit. What if someone woke you up right at 8 o'clock? Your little brother, little sister, your mom walk in and say, "Hey, 8 o'clock, time to get up." And what do? Get out of here. Give me 10 more minutes. If someone shook my bed and said, "Sean, wake up right now, I'll give you $10,000. I'd be out of my bed in a second. But what's the thing? not every day you make $10,000. So some people may wake up once or twice and then nothing comes out in pre-markets and then they start sleeping in again. And then, they may try to wake up another times and they're like, oh, I'm just so tired now and now I don't even make any money. It's pointless. It's like, you know what? I haven't traded in pre-market or I made a big time profit, like $10,000 from pre-market trading in a little bit now. But all the times I woke up early, it made this one worth it. And I'm going to continue to wake up early. I wake up at around 7 o'clock every single morning. Why? Because news starts coming out at 7 and 7:30 and 8 o'clock and 8:30 and 9 o'clock. So BIOC, if we look back at this on pre-market right here, we can see that BIOC, the stock at 7:30, not too much. 7:30, not too much. 7:30, not too much. Then what started happening? 8 o'clock, started going on some nice rips, all the way on up. Then 8:05 starts ripping, starts ripping, starts ripping, starts ripping, starts going crazy, starts going bigger. Look how big this goes, just from this news. Because you know what happened? We have low float, we have reverse split, we have a previous top gainer, we have a mid candle breakout pattern, and now we have volume coming in. What else do we need on this? What else do we need on it in this play? And on top of that, to see this stock was at 560. This stock hit was at 560. I was late. Look how late I am. Because I know there's probably always going to be people, especially, in like a comment section or something. It's like, oh, you just like pump that stock or something. It's like, what? It's like with everything I just explained, and on top of that, I'm late to the party. Why? Where did I get it? I was all the way in here. I was late because I read the press release, made sure it was good. I was freaking out a little bit. I didn't get in until that range. I got in at the top of this, morning spike right here. Look at my entries. My entries all the way down here, 716, 730. Like these are late entries. 716, 730. The stock was all the way up at 578. I got in at the top of the spike. I was a little nervous at first. I'm like, hey, this should work out exactly how I wanted, but I got in at the top of the spike. So, what happened though? It consolidated. More traders started noticing the news. More traders started putting the stars together, how they all lined up. We were ready for this. Not only have we been talking about this the past 2 days, so everyone in chat has been ready for it, but you guys know, of course, that we were talking about it in pre-market as well. And then what happened? Stock had a little drop. U-shaped on up. We got a nice rip. What was the main area we were looking for on this play? The main area we were looking for on this play was what? 830, right? So right at the 830 mark, that's where, again, we knew that was going to go bananas. And we know that's where a lot of you guys who maybe woke up a little bit later, that's where a lot of you guys bought, because I was stressing 830. Why was I stressing 830 so much? Why does 830 matter? Well, and we hit 830 here once, right? And we hit it, right around here once. And we hit it right around here once. Let's also scroll back a little bit. And we could see 830 also hit here, once. And we also hit 830 here. So 830 was a very tough area to get above. It got rejected here. And 830 got rejected here. And 830 got rejected here. And 830 got rejected here. So that builds a very strong wall. Now, when we break that wall, what's going to happen? Chaos. Where do we buy stocks? We buy stocks, at the break of resistance. Now, obviously, if there's news or something, you can get in right when you see the news. But right here on BIOC, you can see that this stock, again, at break of 830 is where the big time hype came on through. Break of the wall, break of the resistance, psychological play comes in. Wow, we are above an area we couldn't break above the last 4 times we hit it. Now that we are above this line, look at the stock explode. Know your resistance lines. 830 got stuffed 4 times. Now that we break it, big psychological, hurrah. Everyone comes blasting through this thing. And it goes all the way from 830 all the way up towards 1115. And BIOC on top of that has a lot more potential. I'm out of this play. I'm happy with a 10 grand profit in the matter of 20 minutes. I'm never going to complain about that. But BIOC, if I kept holding right now, I would be up another probably $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. I could be up around 17 grand right now. But BIOC right here, it does have room to run where? Up to the 200-day moving average of around 15 bucks. So this stock does have, a possibility to get up towards around this 200-day moving average up towards around $15 right here. So, we'll definitely see if that could, continue to move, continue to run. But the main thing I want on every single play I get into is I want you guys to know, of course, why I got into my play. I want you guys to know, of course, the credibility behind my play. I want you guys, of course, to know everything about it. I want you guys to know why I got into it, why the stock is running, and how, again, you can learn from it. Because I don't ever want to hop into a trade and just be like, hey, you know what? That's it. I hopped into a trade and, let's go on to the next one. No, as a mentor, I want to teach you guys. I want to make sure that you guys are learning from it and obviously going from there. But, I'm so happy with that 10 grand profit, but I can't even look. I can't even look over here at Profit Chat. The amount of money that you guys are making today is insane. $3,976. See, money's like, I'm lost. I don't even know what to do with this. It's so much. $5,700, $1,300 right here, 377, 810, 2,000, 1,500, 700, $300. Here's my P&L. I just want to post that to always be transparent. $5,100, $4,000, $1,400, $3,000 for you right there. The D-man absolutely banking $1,340 ever. G Morgan says it's the most disappointing gain I've ever had, $145 plus. But again, you never have to be upset with a huge gain. But it's just, the amount of money that you guys have brought in today is just insane. And that's, if you ever have to be upset in the stock market, like you're saying, G Morgan, the best way to be upset is be upset about how by not holding long enough. Like, most people are upset because they lose their accounts. Some of you guys in chat right now are upset because you guys didn't hold long enough, but that still means you guys are banking hundreds of dollars. It's like it kind of sounds crazy. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so upset. Why? I only made $300 today, and other people, your friends, are like, wait, what? Wait, what'd you just say? And it's like, I just worked, a job for 8 hours and I made a total of 80 bucks. And it's like, yeah, but I could have made like 4 grand. It's like, be so ecstatic with this play, how happy you guys were and how you guys were able to profit. So BIOC, just everything right there. Want to be transparent, want to be open, want to be honest, want to show you guys why the stock ran, the credibility behind it. On top of that, make sure you guys watch that video from yesterday. I'm telling you, that video is going to help you out so much. It's every day trader should know this pattern on our YouTube channel. That goes over why the stock, even started getting that nice rip yesterday and how we profited off it yesterday. But it really comes down to reverse split, A. Then after that, big time spike, puts it on the radar. After that, the reverse split and the big time spike, as we know, again, it changes the float with that 2 million. The spike doesn't change the float, the reverse split does. So again, reverse split, A, which changes the float to 2 million. B, we get the nice big spike. Awesome. C, we had activity yesterday, also sets itself up in a mid-candle breakout pattern. And then D, after that, guys, we came out with news, which led to stock going on a bigger rip. Then breaking some strong resistance lines such as 830. Everything and every move that this stock did can be broken down into a predictable reasoning, a credible reasoning. And I want you guys to understand that. So it's so great to see. I'm so excited for everyone's profit. And on top of that, I'm so happy for everyone's profit. But the stock market is very predictable. Awesome, awesome work, and enjoy it. Could not be more happy for you.